same. What do they want from me? It's not the same old me that they want. I can't keep giving me for no cause.
Welcome everyone to the Best Damn Podcast. I am your host, John Keane. As always, I would like to thank you guys for joining me. Ask that you please add, follow, and check us out. www.spreaker.com/user/Best Damn Podcast. Also check out the bestdampodcast.tv. Follow me, Instagram at Best Damn Podcast, Twitter at The Real Best Damn. And wherever you're watching from, please make sure to hit that thumbs up, leave a comment, let me know what you think, and share. The number one way to support is by sharing. So share the links, get them out there. Also, guys, if you'd like to donate and support to the channel, we're completely viewer powered. That means we're funded by you. The links are in the description below: PayPal, Venmo, Patreon, Cash App, or Facebook Messenger Pay. And everyone who does support in the month of November will get access to our private content. We've got drop boxes, band playlists, unveiling the mysteries. I mean, it's an ass load, man. So donate and support today, man. All right, y'all. Let me see who's in the chat here. Go ahead and jump into this. Looks like we have Karen Wager, Rachel Wynn, Old Hillbilly, J.H. Light Seeker, says Bright, Matthew Vance, Charlie Jones, Sharon Kane, J.H. Wildman, Up Yours 73. Thank you. I appreciate all of you guys. Tanya Spencer over on Facebook Live. Thanks everybody for joining me. I see all you guys filing in here. Jacques Renew, thank you guys. Donna Marie Farrell, awesome. Well, guys, it looks like dark days are approaching, are they not? I see Micah Smoot and Marcus99 also coming in. Thanks, guys. I appreciate you guys. Dark days are approaching, right? We got signs in the sky. And this is like an everyday occurrence now. I've got some wild-ass videos to show you guys pertaining to that. I don't know, but the last time I checked, we only had one sun. Every time that I see a video, every time that I see an image now, there's a couple of them motherfuckers up there. So something is off, starting with that first and foremost. Also, we are having weird earthquakes going on right now. Matter of fact, they said it's the deepest earthquake that has just taken place in the history of earthquakes. And they don't even know how it's possible. That's one. We have a massive asteroid approaching us and heading our way, right? And we know that there's been hypothetical exercises like PDC 2021 by NASA. Not to mention FEMA as well as the National Guard are conducting some joint drills as well. And a lot of them are pertaining to emergency preparedness, disaster response, and also in the realm of domestic terrorism, like in the homeland. So, you know, that kind of makes you raise your eyebrows and wonder, like, yo, why are you guys practicing for something here? You know, we've seen this quarantine zones, all these centers be, laid out for us, and everybody knows it's only a matter of time before all of this shit begins to be implemented. Biden is now saying that he's going to attack the supply chain differently. I mean, it's pretty easy to fix when you're actually the one manufacturing these problems, right? When you're making the illusion of a gas shortage or the illusion of a supply shortage, or you're taking a piss in the water, it's pretty easy to say, hey, I've got the solution for all of this. But we know that there's never really a solution coming our way. It's more things to complicate it, more things to really screw us over, keep us on our knees, and basically lock us into this fucking structure that, the only way to break out is just to step out of it. completely, right? No longer participate in their political nonsense, left and right paradigm, red and blue. We all know what's up with that, right? It's two wings, same bird. It doesn't matter who you vote for. Your vote doesn't count. It never fucking did. And if you haven't come to that conclusion by now, I feel sorry for you. Don't play the religious system nonsense either. Keep it real. On this channel, we look at spiritual text and biblical scriptures and ancient religions and all of this, mythologies, mythos, everything under the sun. And what do we find? That basically all of them are the same thing but a different version. They all have a little bit of truth in them, but most of them are systems of control as well, trying to get you to externalize the spiritual instead of going within and finding that spirit within you. We look at the war games that are playing out right now, and there's a lot of it, guys. There's a lot of it. Strategic maneuvering, especially for NATO and the allies, but, China is not going quietly into the night, and neither is Russia. To me, it looks like they're setting us up for the woo, right? Something is on the horizon, and it's a feeling. Call it a feeling, right? And it looks like strategic positioning is being put in place for Russia and China to just jump on the U.S. whenever this happens. We know that with these mandates, and a lot of these mandates, we know the executive order and some of these mandates were overturned, but most have not been. And a lot of these mandates, like with the military, puts us in a really bad position to defend our country, if you know what I mean, right? If you got a bunch of people that's all fucked up and having heart attacks and, you know what I mean, coagulated blood, check out the private playlist and you will know exactly what I'm talking about. It's no mystery. Well, maybe it is a mystery, right? We're not allowed to even talk about these things on the public platforms anymore. We're not allowed to say anything negative about this agenda. If we do, then we're medical misinformation, or we're pushing conspiracies, we're fake news, right? They got a million weaponized terms to attack us if we disagree with what their plan for all of us is. But truth be told, what have they shown you? What have they shown you when it comes to these plans? Have they shown you that they've got your best interest in mind? Just asking. Just asking. Think about it. Have they shown you that they're looking out for the welfare of your children and the next generation? Just wondering. Or have they shown you that they're willing to fuck you over, poison your water, your food, genetically modify you, alter you on a genetic level, control your mind, bombard you with propaganda day in and day out, turn you into a fucking soulless consumer and a mindless zombie? That way you just fall in line with the rest of the normies and you don't ask questions. Since when did we stop asking questions, by the way? Since when did we stop critically thinking, by the way? Right? Was it when school or church taught you to just repeat like a parrot instead of think for yourself? Somewhere in there, maybe? Are we even allowed to say that anymore? Matter of fact, you know what? You're not allowed your freedom of religion or your freedom of speech, your right to bear arms. Any of these things are all null and void. And remember, when the national emergency was declared on 3/11 at 3:33 p.m. by Trump and Pence, the trumpets, the number 7, judgment, right? Or Cyrus, King Cyrus, how Babylon falls in his 4th year. And you've seen that happen with 30,000 National Guard troops and razor wire around the Capitol, right? After he was minted on a gold coin. No exemptions. That's right. Your religious freedom means shit, right? You can say, hey, this goes against my religion. They say, fuck you. We don't care. Take it. Do it. Shut up. You say, hey, I want to bear arms. I want to protect myself from a totalitarian government that might turn vindictive and try to turn against its population. Hush it now. Hush it now. HR 127's coming along, and you won't even be able to afford to pay the taxes on one of those things, let alone buy the fucking ammunition to put in it. Shh. What about my vote, though? I mean, didn't we all want this one guy and someone else won? And they said it was the most popular president ever, but they had to turn off the fucking dislikes on his YouTube channel because it was that despairing of a difference? That don't matter either. You got put under martial law and you didn't know it. I told people. I tried to warn you. I tried to tell you. I tried to point it out. Nobody listens to me. Nobody listens to us. Right? We're the black sheep. The outcast. The one in the family that's always telling you about the shit that's going down. And you say, I ain't got time for that. Right? I don't want to hear no doom and gloom. Well, while everybody buried their fucking heads in the sand, while everybody was afraid to look at what we've all done and our mistakes from the past and how they keep repeating themselves and coming back to haunt us right now in the present, we've been paying attention and we've been trying to lay it out for everyone, letting people know that this is coming. And now it's here. They're racing against the clock. They've got to get everybody in line with this agenda. And now they're even pushing shit about new water parasites and organisms that live forever. Sound familiar? Those who watch The Private Show? Yeah. They put that in something, don't they? See, so they know cataclysms are coming. They know catastrophe is on its way. They're doing exercises nonstop. Tsunamis, tidal waves, earthquakes, nuclear disaster, domestic fucking terrorism. I mean, you name it, dude. They're running it. Asteroid impacts. They're doing it. They're getting ready. But at the same time, the noose continues to tighten around your neck. Right? Tell me it's not. You can't gather or assemble. There's no such thing as free speech anymore. I can't say half of what I want to tell you now. If I talk about guns, elections, 5G, vaxes, any of those things, they'll strike this video and it'll be removed as fast as I can say it. Is that free speech to you? Don't think so. Don't think so. When they can create mandates for experimental shit and not even show you the ingredients list to that experimental shit, just so they can replace all of the actual people that are working with FEMA and the National Guard, right? Remember, October 3rd, Manpower Guidance, Activation for Civil Deployment. This is when it all rolled out. That was the fucking, that was the outline for this martial law you're under now. Through the Stafford Disaster Act, they brought it in. Through the Navy Reserve, Marines Reserve, National Guard. That's why they created Space Force to circumvent Posse Comitatus, right? Which says they can't turn our military against us. So they said, okay, well, we won't turn the military against you. We'll just use the fucking Coast Guard, National Guard, Space Force, and all the reserves. Happy now, right? October 27th, the Future of Health Summit, Fauci and all his fuckboy friends were talking about how they needed avian flu and to change the perspective of how people see the flu. And while doing so, they could roll out RNA, right? And then beam it into everyone's homes out of China. Same time. Same time. Couple months later, you had Asteroid Terrestrial Impact Last Alert System Survey, C-19. 2 days after this big fucking asteroid was discovered, C-19, the virus comes out. Straight out of China, right? And because China must be setting the precedent because they will be the head of the New World Order as we go forward, they started showing people getting shut in their houses, locked in, locked down, all of that shit, right? And what happened? Like a domino effect all the way across the world, it came to your doorstep too. Right? You were told to mask up, shut up, and get the fuck inside. What was it in the news I seen? The mandatory obligatory lockdowns. Mandatory obligatory. That means do it. Remember the guy out of Louisville that actually refused? Sheriffs forced him in his home and then kept guard to make sure that he didn't leave. Remember Pompeo calling it a live exercise? And how they ran checkpoints at state lines. They had military set up on highways. It was showing you what was coming. Meanwhile, National Guard was being trained in left and right, preparing for the transition. Operation Legend dispatching federal agents to all 50 states, National Guard to all 50 states, 30,000 troops in the fucking capital, surrounding it by razor wire. Why? Because on January 6th, they pulled some bullshit on everybody, didn't they? Trump gassed you up because he's controlled opposition, right? He's controlled opposition designed to bring all of the dissenting voices out in the open and make them feel comfortable with their beliefs, make them feel comfortable with their opinions. That way they'll come out and voice that shit, right? So you did, he said, everybody march to the Capitol. Lights, camera, action. Just like what you see taking place in Australia, it was nothing but nonsense. And what'd they do? They turned that big fucking lie around and they used it to create committees and task force for domestic terrorism. You were had by Magus, the magician, the temple of Set, the temple of Satan, right? But yet people still are like, oh, he's coming back, you know? Is that what you really want? You waiting on that again? What do you think he's going to come back and do if he did come back? He fucked you over pretty good the first time. What do you think he's got in store for you now? Like, you should have known all of the churches were nonsense and all of that when they rallied around his ass. You should have known. Like, if you're really representing God, you don't have a political party. Come the fuck on. Keep it real. Especially Mr. Pussy Grabbing, fucking Kabbalah Tree of Life award winning Trump, right? Then we get Biden. All the leashes pulled off. Boom, boom, boom. Mandate, executive order. And now look where we're at now. The world prepares for disaster. They're bringing death on every one of our brothers and sisters. Anybody stupid enough to line up and take it. They're mandating everything to force people out of their jobs. They know that they'll quit. That way they can bring FEMA into the health system and do the policing. Control all of the energy. That's why they're doing the fuel shortage shit. Control all the food. That's why they're sending these letters to all the farmers telling them to burn their fucking crops. Or saying that all of the different livestock is corrupted, right? And they've got diseases and shit like that. All lies and nonsense. So they'll call the herds so they can control that too. Telling the supply chains just to halt. Keeping them motherfuckers sitting. That way it'll skyrocket prices, create hyperinflation and instability of the system. The system in which last year they already liquidated all the assets and siphoned all the wealth out of this fucking country through the digital currencies. Yeah, before the CBDC came out, the central bank digital currency. Before that. Right? They okie doked you. They had this ready. Where are we at now? Where are we at now? Yeah, shut your mouth and do what we say. Exactly. Mandatory 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th, never going to end. Exactly. And that's why they're telling you it's the efficacy is not as good and all of this, man. It won't end. It's going to be every fucking 6 months until eventually it goes to that cryptocurrency system using body activity data, World Order 2020-666A1, that fucking patch, right? The quantum dot. Luciferase bioluminescence, right? And it's already in what these people are getting too, by the way. I've showed you that, right? How their hands light up underneath the black light. Yeah. The black goo running through their veins. Let's take a look, man. As you can see, I'm in rare form tonight. Must have been all the Travis Scott shit, all the Satanism with Travis Scott got me amped up. You know, it's nice to actually, for me, that's like a vacation, y'all. I'm just keeping it real. Looking at the Illuminati shit with Travis Scott is like a fucking vacation for me. I'm looking at death and destruction every day. So it's like, yeah, that was fun compared to what we have to do. You think you love me? Well, I love you too. Maybe we should have some babies or something. I got like 3, maybe 4. So I'm trying to get a whole football team. Asteroid the size of Burj Khalifa heading for Earth mid-December. Designated 163899. And this is 2003 SD 220. The massive asteroid has a diameter of approximately 791 meters. But while considered potentially hazardous, it also has a potential for exploration. And somebody crushed it yesterday. Matter of fact, let me go pull this up too. Let me pull this up. I want to give you some props because you fucking nailed it yesterday. And I don't know your name, but I will when I look at this. Okay? In the comment section on the Travis Scott thing, where is it at? Where is it at? They fucking crushed it, man. They did, they put the numbers together right here, y'all. Deborah Truex, I don't know, sorry. But the 90210, right? They literally did the math to this. 12, 12, and 3, 90210 spoken 4 times, blah, blah, blah. So by repeating 90210 in a total of 8 times, you end up with 66. Remember, the 66th birthday of his baby's mom's mother. And the whole apology looks like he's fueling his vision by messaging and funneling to and from his third eye. Either that or he's calling a unicorn. Whoa. And when she said that, dude, it was like a bomb went off in my head. Unicorn is a representation of the Antichrist. So I just want to show you guys this here. If you haven't checked this video out, check it out and make sure you read this fucking comment, man. I'm telling you, we was doing the math on these numbers yesterday and that just, man, it wiped me out, dude. I'm like, whoa. You know, it took some time to put that together too, by the way. So back to the asteroid. I apologize. I just wanted to give her some props, though. She really fucking put that one in there. It was gangster. Now people are told that if they don't get it, then they will not be covered by their insurance. That's right. That's right. That's right. Look, do you even have a single doubt that you won't be able to get welfare, Medicare, Medicaid, all of that, food stamps? I mean, it's going to, remember, you won't be able to buy or sell without the mark, guys. Right? Like, they're not going to let you in the fucking grocery store eventually. They're already doing shit like that in Australia, by the way. Mate, I cannot work you out. I'm not sure if I should thank Zero Infinity for introducing you to me or slash his throat. Oh, shit, man. Hey, well, I appreciate you either way, man. I appreciate you either way. Yeah, well, think about it. They've already been denying people kidney transplants and all types of shit already, dude. We're about to go down a deep, dark path with this shit, man. And, you know, we've already talked about, you know, this is the abomination that causes desolation, right? First temple, second temple, third temple, right? And that's where this goes. It takes the mark of God off of your forehead, right? Talks about in the book of Revelation that all of them are killed except for those who had the seal of God on their forehead. The seal of God is the pineal gland, or your third eye, the pineal, right? And what graphene does, besides acting like a substitute for carbon, which you're a carbon-based life form, and that's the anatomical number of man, 666, right? That's where the beast comes from, right? It's our lower carnal nature. This graphene connects and, like replicates, and in a liquid form it's called ferrofluid, right? And under magnetism it spikes, right? Like a protein, right? So this thing travels through your nervous system, up your spinal cord, into your dome, right? And to your magnetic pole, which is your pineal gland, right? And a lot of people, the reason I believe that they're having all these heart problems, think about what happened at that concert yesterday. Okay, let's just talk about this for just a split second. All these people having heart attacks. Do you notice there was a requirement to go to the Astro World Festival? Yeah, you had to have something. Yeah, and that myocarditis, well, think about it. If this magnetic property that is in somebody goes to the magnetic pole, the pineal gland, destroying the place of God, right? The abomination that causes desolation, standing in the place of God, the third temple. But also, your heart generates the largest electromagnetic field of anything in your body. It even has brain cells. It's pretty gnarly, right? And it's a 6-foot radius is what it generates. So think about social distancing now. That's really why they do it. So imagine something that's drawn magnetically would most definitely attack, the most magnetic part of you, which would be your brain or your heart. And that's why people are, getting fucked up in both of those. That's why they're got on the side of buses now. Kids have strokes. Are you shitting me, man? You shitting me? What? Oh, okay. For concerts, and he said that they can't do loadout on that venue because it's considered a crime scene. Wow, that's crazy. Crazy. We all have our own electric fields in our bodies. Brain, spinal cord, and heart. Yeah, well, and I talk about this sometimes, and I'm not trying to be gross or anything, but I think it's called the sacred sanctum, or sacral sanctum. It's at the top of your ass. It's where your spine ends, right? And that's the trigger point, right? From the vagus nerve through your ass, right? What happens in Vegas stays in Vegas. That triggers that Kundalini awakening, and that's why when they're talking about sodomites or Sodom, right? Sodomy, that's why they even practice that, to trigger that through the back door, They're doing it in France also. Yeah, man. Yeah, well, think about it. And two, the whole Operation Warp Speed, the logo for that was like an ancient symbol for the silver cord or the astral cord, They're holding bank accounts too. Damn. You guys just know all types of shit, don't you? Massive asteroid, comparable in size to the tallest building on Earth, is heading for the planet mid-December, as noted by NASA's asteroid tracker, designated 163899. And if we're just looking at, this right here, the number in itself, and I don't think that we would get much out of that, but let's see what it actually means. 163899. We know that 1 and 6 would actually just be 6, right? Because the ones don't count, right? 6 and 3 would be 99899, right? Or, once again, the 9s are a representation of completion. 8 is a representation of achieving a goal. 2003 SD220, which would be 4. The massive asteroid has a diameter of approximately 791 meters, which would be 16, 17, and nearly half a mile long. And this is nearly the size of the Burj Khalifa in Dubai, the tallest man-made structure on Earth. However, observations made in 2015 by the Arecibo Observatory in Puerto Rico suggest that it could be far larger, at least 2 kilometers in length, with observers comparing its shape to that of a sweet potato. Damn. Imagine if a fucking giant sweet potato landed on the Earth. Wouldn't that be great? I love sweet potatoes. NASA later came up with a different measurement, around 1.6 kilometers, and compared its shape to that of a hippopotamus. Wait, hold the fuck up now. A sweet potato and a hippopotamus don't look the same at all, right? What are they doing? What are they up to right now? I mean, seriously, comparing it to a hippo, it was just a sweet potato a fucking second ago. A hippo has legs. This is weird, man. I like the sweet potato way better. However, current NASA estimates place the asteroid at a diameter of 791 meters. The asteroid is set to fly past the Earth on December 17th, within a distance of around 5.4 million kilometers away from the planet at the speed of 5.6 kilometers a second. And there's your giant fucking sweet potato right there. For comparison, the distance between the Earth and the Moon is far less than that, around 385,000 kilometers. Why does it always do this? I'm in the middle of reading, the page just fucking jumps all weird. As such, despite being classified as a potentially hazardous asteroid due to its size and close proximity to the Earth, it seems unlikely to pose a threat to the planet. In fact, NASA has declared the Earth safe from asteroid impacts for the next 100 years. Well, doesn't that make you sleep better? Right? Because half of them bitches they don't even see till after they pass. They're like, yeah, it came from behind the sun. Yep. Went between us and the satellites. It was a planet killer. It missed us though. It's all good. As such, there is a theoretical chance it could one day strike the planet. But current calculations show this isn't a concern right now. What? As such, there is a theoretical chance it could one day strike the planet. But current calculations show this isn't a concern right now. Current calculations, you mean where you calculated and you don't even know the actual size of this thing? Oh, those calculations. Yeah, the ones where you don't actually know shit. Okay, that makes me feel way better. However, there is other value in this asteroid. It could hold the potential for being the site of possible robotic exploration mission, and we don't care about that. We don't care about your robot exploration. Fuck you. Space Force detects mystery object in orbit alongside a Chinese satellite. Man, what are those Chinese up to? What are they up to? Right? They got some mystery objects up there. I wonder if we get a prize if we discover the mystery. China's Shenzhou-21 spacecraft, a satellite with a stated purpose of cleaning up space junk, has an orbital companion, but we're not entirely sure what it is. Well, they knew that the satellite would get lonely, so they just sent a friend up there with him. The Shenzhou-21 satellite was launched by Space in a Long March 3B rocket on October 23rd. Chinese state-run Xinhua news agency said the spacecraft entered the planned orbit successfully and that it will be mainly used to test and verify space debris mitigation technologies. That's pretty much all we know about Shenzhou-21, as China tends to be tight-lipped when it comes to its affairs in space. But on November the 3rd, the U.S. military detected a companion object in orbit along the Shenzhou-21, Space News reports. Space Force's 18th Space Control Squadron cataloged it as an Apogee kick motor and assigned it to the designation 2021-09-4C. Apogee kick motors are used to put payloads into their target orbits. A good example being satellites moved from their transfer orbits to geostationary orbits, also known as GEO. Satellites will sometimes eject their apogee kick motors after use, but as astrophysicist Jonathan McDowell from the Harvard-Smithsonian Center for Astrophysics explained in an email, this is pretty rare and almost always done by launching the GEO graveyard, ejecting the motor, and then lowering the payload into the GEO proper. Yeah, well, it would have been a lot better if there was a giant nuclear weapon or something up there, wouldn't it? You know? It would have been a lot more exciting. We'd have been like, yeah, that's great. Deepest earthquake ever detected should have been impossible. The quake occurred in the lower mantle, well, deeper than the previous quakes. Scientists have detected the deepest earthquake ever, a staggering 467 miles below the Earth's surface. The depth puts the quake in the lower mantle, where seismologists expected earthquakes to be impossible. That's because under extreme pressure, rocks are more likely to bend and deform than they are to break with a sudden release of energy. But minerals don't always behave precisely as expected, said Pamela Burnley, a professor of geomaterials at the University of Nevada, Las Vegas, who was not involved in the research. Why is she talking then? Even at pressure, when they should transform into different, less quake-prone states, they may linger in old configurations. Just because they ought to change doesn't mean that they will. That's really strange. The quake, first reported in June in the Journal of Geophysical Research Letters, was a minor aftershock to a 7.9 magnitude quake that shook the Bonin Islands off of mainland Japan. Researchers led by the University of Arizona seismologist Eric Kaiser detected the quake using Japan's HyNet array of seismic stations. I'm seeing some shit as well as the disgusting Vatican, and I'm not a fan of the Vatican myself, guys. I am not a follower of the Vatican. We owe respect to the living, to the dead. We owe only truth. All murdered within the hollow crown that rounds the mortal temples of a king keeps death his court. Damn, that's some deep shit, Shy. Wow, thank you. Put that mantra on my fridge or something. New White House supply chain action plan aims to ease tremendous backlog. Modest step reflects near-term challenges. White House attempts to speed up the flow of goods. The White House announced a new action plan Tuesday aimed at expanding the capacity of the U.S. ports and island waterways as persistent supply chain congestion slows good deliveries and fuels rising prices. Most of the new activity involves $17 billion in ports funding, including the bipartisan infrastructure legislation that Congress approved last week. But the administration plans within the next 45 days to award $243 million in new port and marine infrastructure grants, according to senior administration officials who briefed reporters on the conditions of anonymity. Port officials around the country also will be able to redirect leftover money from previous federal grants to new projects aimed at clearing bottlenecks. Under a Department of Transportation initiative at the Port of Savannah in Georgia, officials plan to use $8 million to set up 5 inland lots to absorb thousands of shipping containers clogging the docks. Are you kidding me? Like, does anybody else remember that, they were literally just having those fucking things sit there? And they're acting like there's this big problem and shit, and that's why the docks are all clogged up. You were telling the fucking shipping containers to sit and not to move. You created this on purpose. Why are you acting like this is like some big problem? We've been a country for how long now? And we're the biggest consumer in the world, have no qualms bringing in all kinds of shit, but then all of a sudden you tell everybody to hold the fuck up and sit out in the water, and now we got a bottleneck. Bullshit, man. Bullshit. These people are despicable. They're despicable. Satellite images appear to show mock-up U.S. warships in China desert. Think about that, y'all. China appears to have built full-scale mock-ups of U.S. warships in a desert in the country's northwestern Xinjiang region, satellite images show. One of the images, captured by U.S. space technology company Maxar, shows a structure shaped like a military aircraft carrier placed on rail tracks. The USNI News, a site specializing in the U.S. Navy, said the structures appeared to be targets built by the military. Beijing has been developing and testing anti-ship ballistic missiles for years. The U.S. has warned that in recent months, China has been rapidly expanding in military, including its nuclear capabilities, as tensions build in the South China Sea. I would love to fucking see like the real ass satellite image, guys. If anybody has that, hook me up. And this is on Sunday. The USNI News said the structure photographed by Taklamakan Desert appeared to include flat outlines of U.S. military vessels without weapons or other details. And it said the images showed mock-ups of at least 2 U.S. Navy destroyers. Okay, so we're not going to actually get to see the... Well, this is about the best view we get here. I want to see this myself. You guys see here the radar images and shit, just showing you. Put it out there so you can see. They're practicing blowing our asses up, right? And we're going to fucking kill half our military before they do it. And the other half is going to be so fucking sick and weak, it's not even going to be funny. And all the ones that have any heart or courage will quit. So, yeah, we're in good shape. Earlier this year, China was suspected of carrying out nuclear-capable hypersonic missile tests. Missiles that can fly in the upper atmosphere at more than 5 times the speed of sound, which prompted concern in Washington. Beijing later denied the reports and said it had been a routine spacecraft check. The U.S. Navy regularly carries out what it describes as routine missions with the military ships in the South China Sea, which is one of the most disputed regions in the world. China claims most of the region, but surrounding countries and the U.S. disagree. And, the Philippines, Brunei, Malaysia, Taiwan, Vietnam have all been disputing China's claims in the sea for decades. Yeah. We know that. But they're practicing to tear our ass up. Ought to make you feel really good and warm and fuzzy. And this is weird, ain't it? Overnight defense and national security. Pentagon works to evacuate U.S. troops as families? Say what? Let's take a look. You see, they're doing some weird shit, guys. Weird shit. And it says, it's Monday. Welcome to Overnight Defense and National Security, your nightly guide to the latest developments of the Pentagon. The Pentagon is moving to help family members of U.S. troops still in Afghanistan to evacuate. We'll share details of the effort, plus worrying military movements in Russia along its border with Ukraine and recent satellite images that show China has built Navy ship mock-ups for possible target practice. And it says that they were instructed to use the subject DOD immediate family member and be prepared to pass along the individual's names, contact information, location, passport details, and national identification card particulars. The memo reported by NBC. Given the current situation in Afghanistan and the absence of an in-country, U.S. embassy presence, there are a number of challenges. And asked about the memo on Monday, Press Secretary John Kirby said he did not have an updated number on how many such individuals would fall under that, but said dozens of service members that have family members still in the country. That's weird. And I wonder if they're actually evacuating them in Afghanistan, or this is like something else that's, possibly, leaked out. I always wonder that. I never believe what they tell us, to keep it fucking real. They're always lying to us so much, it's just hard to even trust a word they say, if we're going to be honest here. Now let's take a look here. I've got some other shit going on as well. And this is interesting. Okay? This is interesting. You guys will remember back in March, Pacific, Lantex, and Caribex 2021. The tsunami and tidal wave exercises. Wait till I show you how many places are in danger of extreme tides and sea level rise. It's quite alarming. And you'll also remember that I told you that the southern border looks like it's built actually to take on tidal wave or tsunami to allow water through. Okay. Excuse me. Got the yawns. Photo of extreme high tide show impacts of sea level rise in Rhode Island. And it says if you spent time on the Rhode Island coast this past weekend, you may have noticed the water levels were unusually high. From Westerly to Portsmouth to Warwick, water spilled into parking lots, roads, and parks on the back of what's known as king tide. And going into December, last year we were talking about the king tide and how it comes in with Planet X. And look, I thought last year that the king tide very, very possibly could have brought some rock and roll for all of us everywhere, right? But we scraped out on that passing, This year, I don't know if we're going to be so lucky. We've had the northern torrids, 3 meteor showers converging all at once. Now we got the king tide. I mean, the melting of the glaciers, the high solar activity, so on and so forth. I'm telling you, man, we're getting fucking close to something, and it's very obvious. It says that the king tides occur half a dozen or so times a year when the moon is new or full, and we're also about to have the longest lunar eclipse of the year, and it's going to be a blood moon. And remember, a blood moon means the coming of a sword, and a lunar eclipse is a bad omen for Israel, right? And it happens a half a dozen times a year when the moon is new or full, and when it's at its closest point to the earth on its elliptical orbit. At those times, the moon's gravitational pull is the strongest, and the tides reach extreme highs and lows. The effects have been thoroughly documented, and Warren, where town officials are planning to pull back from one low-lying neighborhood and relocate its residents to higher ground. Look right there. You can see right there in the picture. Sorry for yawning, guys. I don't know why I'm yawning so much. But look right there. They're going to relocate an entire fucking area, right? And move them to higher ground. Now check this out. I'm going to show you some other ones too. And you can see here, options still available after FEMA deadline for individual flood assistance passes, right? So FEMA and the flood assistance too, right? And the deadline for individuals seeking food assistance to register with the Federal Emergency Management Agency. The Disaster Relief Agency works in partnership with small businesses, and it's very important for businesses and individuals to get their registration, rental options, reimbursements of the expenses for repairs, and help with prescriptions, blah, blah, blah. And this is actually for the flood deadline, as everywhere is about to fucking flood. How about that? Where's it at here? I've got plenty more. Yeah, photos show Senegal neighborhood disappearing as sea levels rise. Check this out. The coastal city of St. Louis in northern Senegal is on the front lines of climate change. The creeping ocean collides with home after home on the shore, sometimes pouring through windows as people sleep. The highest point in the city is roughly 250,000, and it stands just 13 feet above sea level. As the planet warms and ice melts, global sea levels are projected to rise, threatening coastal communities worldwide. St. Louis, which sits on the mouth of the Senegal River, endures and surges of both saltwater and freshwater. Encroaching waves have been destroying schools, mosques, and homes. And take a look here. The images. Wow. They almost look like they live in fucking sandcastles, don't it? Like, you know what? They look like they live in fucking sandcastles. Alright. But it gets even better. There's more. There's more. Right here. Tuvalu is sinking. Island nation threatened by sea level rise. Looks for salvation. You see what I'm saying? It's like fucking a billion places right now they're saying are sinking. Really weird. Let's take a look.
We are here at COP26 to tell our story to the world. The world needs to take action now.
What are the changes that you have seen in your lifetime due to climate change in your home country?
There are storm surges when there are cyclones that just come and wash right across the whole land from the other side to the other side. Never that happened before. We have land territory actually being submerged or disappearing. And
wow. Yeah, so they're getting it hardcore. And you can see here, Tuvalu is sinking. France Minister Sylvain Penou proclaims of his island nation as he sits down for an interview with Yahoo News at the UN Climate Change Conference. With a population of just over 11,000 residents, Tuvalu is an idyllic South Pacific atoll consisting of 9 low-lying islands whose highest elevation is roughly 15 feet. Thanks to sea level rise, each year that elevation shrinks a little bit more. We are now living in climate change in Tuvalu, and we're seeing a land fast disappearing. Like I said, massive amounts of places, dude, that are just fucking going underwater. It's weird, y'all. It's weird. Far side solar flare. An active region located just behind the sun's northeastern limb unleashed a strong M2 class solar flare today, November the 9th, and X-rays from the flare caused a minor shortwave radio blackout over the Americas. The explosion almost certainly produced a CME, but it won't be Earth-directed because of the blast site's far side location. And we'll see where those X-rays actually hit here. Look at that. Jesus, dude. You see how high that went up on the proton flux? And, man, I'll tell you what, dude. I wouldn't want to be around the equator when all this shit pops off, dude. You are going to get cooked. Seriously. Boiled, flayed, and flipped like a burger. And it's not going to be good times. Seriously. A symphony of magnetic waves. Only for a few hours, Earth's magnetic field became very quiet. In the silence, a symphony ensued. And at first, the line in the digital chart recorder seemed flat, but when I zoomed in, I saw an almost musical superposition of sine waves. And I don't know if you guys seen, but the Schumann resonance recently just broke a fucking record. It literally, went to an all-time high as well. Weird shit happening. How about this while we're talking about the sun? Let me go ahead and let this commercial play through. The hurricane season for sunspots is about to begin, meaning more auroras. Make that a little bigger. And I guess we're just going to get nothing but commercials here, so we'll go ahead and read it. Now that hurricane season is winding down, a different storm season is ramping up. Originating 93 million miles away from Earth, solar storms produced by the sun have both stunning and potentially dangerous effects here on Earth. The sun provides us with life, with heat and light, but periodically emits a blast of radiation that affects us here on Earth, and it can occur in different forms. When it occurs, it can affect the technology that we rely on here on Earth. And the Space Weather Prediction Center, with those sunspots erupt, they send a blast of energy toward Earth known as a solar storm. Let's kick the sound on here. Yeah. So basically they're telling you that all these auroras that are happening are because of that. And, they don't want people to be alarmed. You shouldn't be seeing auroras in Michigan and shit, y'all. That's just the truth. France flexes muscle, puts a warship in the Eastern Mediterranean. And France showcased its military muscle Monday with a tour of its new frigate Auvergne in the Eastern Mediterranean, seeking to underscore what the ship's captain said was the importance that Paris attaches to ensuring security and stability in the region. Captain Paul Merveilleux de Vinot said the Auvergne is a 150-strong crew that would be deployed in the Eastern Mediterranean until January to gather intelligence in order to show how the respect of international law and especially freedom of navigation matters to France. Dude, I'm telling you, everything seems to be coming up to the end of December, beginning of January for some reason. Just saying. A lot of stuff. And this was commissioned 3 years ago and has advanced sonar, blah, blah, blah. And there can't be efficient and sustainable naval operations without support, and Cyprus is the centerpiece of it. And, so the French dropping some bombs here, right? Getting in the mix. China's new high-tech aircraft carrier could launch in early 2022. Satellite imagery analysis shows. And think about how much satellite imagery analysis we've seen on China here recently. We've been taking satellite images of them practicing blowing up our fucking carriers, right? And then we have taken images of their new technology that they're building here, this aircraft carrier. And you can see here, right, overhead in the shipyard, it says a new Chinese aircraft carrier with technology nearly equaling the capabilities of the U.S. counterparts could be launched as soon as February next year, according to the analysis of satellite imagery by a Washington-based think tank. In images provided for the Center for Strategic and International Studies, the carrier, known only as the Type 003, can be seen on the edge of completion on October 23rd in the Xinyan shipyard in Shanghai. And the installation of major external and internal components, including power plants, the aircraft launching system appears to either be finished or on the verge of completion. So, everybody's gassing up the bus for war, right? CIA director raised serious concerns about Russian military actions during call with Putin. CIA Director William Burns reportedly discussed U.S. concerns regarding Russia's military buildup at the Ukrainian border last week during a rare direct discussion with Russian President Vladimir Putin. Quote, "It would be foolish for us not to be considering the possibility of an invasion or incursion." What? Say what? You hear that? It would be foolish for us not to be considering the possibility of an invasion or incursion. So, regarding the serious concerns of the U.S., yes, such a conversation took place via telephone. Peskov added that the leaders discussed bilateral relations, the crisis situation in the diplomatic practice, and exchange of views on regional conflicts. Of course, cybersecurity issues were also mentioned. Ukraine has downplayed Russia's increased military presence, with its defense ministry saying last week that Moscow has a history of transferring and accumulating military units for the purpose of maintaining tension in the region and political pressure on neighboring countries. Yeah, man. I'm telling you, dude. It's all building up, y'all. Like, it's for real. It's only a matter of time. Okay? And now some weird shit here. United will stop flying to 11 U.S. cities indefinitely. Say what? United Airlines is dropping 11 routes to small cities from its hubs to Houston, Denver, and Chicago. And let's see. They're dropping Kalamazoo, Battle Creek, Michigan, College Station, Texas, Columbia, Missouri, Mosinee, Wisconsin, Evansville, Indiana, Killeen, Fort Hood, Texas, Lansing, Michigan, Monroe, Louisiana, Pierre, South Dakota, Watertown, South Dakota, Twin Falls, Idaho. Many different factors determine successful route, and our decisions include careful evaluation of our overall network, fleet resources, and our regional partners and yields. With that in mind, we've determined that these particular routes are not sustainable for the long term. Weird, right? Dropping all those routes like that. It's weird. Just saying. I don't know what it actually means or what it will, what will actually come of that, but strange. Let's take a look here. I've got some cool videos to show. And this one is, what is this? What is this? Let's take a look. Damn. What the fuck? That cannot be real, y'all. That cannot be real, right? Am I? That is not real. There's no fucking way. I mean, if that's real, then I don't know. I don't know. That's definitely not, right? That's not real, right? What do you guys think? Chat? It's not. Okay, thank you. About to say, that is fucking creepy as fuck if that was real. Running out of time to get your lives correct and get prepared. When 5G is flipped on fully, you're on top. They are under you. Chicago big routes in the land of the blind. The one-eyed man is king. Hey, I love that saying, Slay of the Day. I use it all the time. Not real, says Lynn McGraw. Okay. All right, man. People send me videos. I just show the shit, all right? I'm just saying, when I seen the fucking squid-looking shit in the sky, I'm like, what? Pray to God that's not real. All right, check this out.
Right, just to show you, not a lens flare, yeah?
This is
Not a
real.
lens flare. There we go. Sit in there, just sit in there.
Go suck a duck.
No, it's proof that this is not a lens flare, yeah? No lens flare, yeah? No lens flare, no lens flare.
Hey, I love the dude talking shit as he's showing you the video. He's like, go suck a duck, right? That must be how they talk in the UK, right? It must be the cool way to talk there. I don't sound cool saying it, but he does, right?
No lens flare. Live or direct, infrared. What you saying now? Wow.
Yeah, man, and that's an infrared too. So I mean, you know, it's up there. That's for sure. It's up there. Check this out. And this was posted in the Best Damn Podcast Facebook group. And it says triangular craft keeps on showing up. Well, shit. What do you guys think? Is that a UFO, or are we seeing like fire pits from the planet? Are these fireballs, or is this a UFO, chat? Let me know. What do you think this is? It isn't a triangle shape, man. Let's see what the chat thinks here. Planet X, spaceship, Nibiru. Check this out. Actually, I think this is the wrong video. I should have clicked over here. Sorry. Weird shit, man. You can see literally like the outline of a round object right there. Even kind of see stripes. Really strange. See that? Do you guys see that? Is that just me? You can even see an object right here, right above my cursor here. And then see the round base of something right here. Very strange. There it is. See, look, now it's poking through. There's the other one. There's the other object. Damn, that's way the fuck off to the side, ain't it? Wow, dude. I showed you. Look, I seen that thing way back at the beginning. Look at that. Look at that, man. That's not a flare. That's not a flare. Wow. Wow, dude. Damn, look. They're showing you as the sun's setting, you can see this other object coming up, and now watch as it sets. Watch how red the fucking sky gets. Wow, dude. Look at that. Look at that. Craziness, man. Craziness. Check this out. And this is... Oh, come on, man. Are you fucking kidding me? This person's got to be retarded. Australian UFO sighting? No. Sorry, dude. You sound stupid. You ever notice, like, the people that are diehard UFO people? Like, they are the biggest reachers of any group there is, right? Like, every UFO video is fake as a motherfucker, first off. It's like, why you gotta fake every one of them? And then they try to say every fireball, every planet is all UFOs too. It's like, come the fuck on, man. Give it up already, dude. Ain't nobody in the galaxy give a fuck about you. They ain't coming to save you. Come on, man. UFO my ass. Check this out. Divinity Within brought this up during the Travis Scott video. It's supposed to be an alien, I guess, on the stage or something. Take a look. Look, what the fuck is that? What is that, dude? I have one with sound. But watch, this is on the top of the Travis Scott set. Watch this. Look. Come on, bro. Oh, shit. What do you guys think? Gosha hit me up? Yeah, I know, dude. I wish Gosha would hit me up, too. I think she's hot. You think Gosha's legit? I mean, you know, she's legit cute. I give her that. She's full of shit whenever she's talking, but, you know, I'd listen to her if she'd hang out with me for a little bit. Stagehand? Probably Tori Woodall. Freaky Europeans. I know, man. Fucking... his set looks like a Stargate. Yeah, it does, man. Hey, Gosha's cool, right? Like, she's cool. I'm pretty sure she's married or something, though, so I probably don't have a shot, do I, guys? Well, that's that. You know. Her and Robert. I can treat you better, Gosha. Lose Robert. Wow. It looks like a yellow flag, like a referee just threw a yellow flag in football or something up in the sky. Look at that. That is crazy, man. Who's Gosha? She's, what's her channel, guys? It isn't called Gosha. It's called something else. Cosmic Agency. Cosmic Agency. Yeah, that's who she is. Man, I admit, she's a smart chick, but dude, quit with the fucking puppet shit. You know what I mean? Stop doing that. It's annoying as fuck. Just say what you think, and we would all listen and be like, damn, you're smart, but you pretending like there's a bunch of aliens coming and talking to you and shit looks goofy as shit, man. You know? Is that thing going up? Yeah, it looks like it. Right? It's like Swaru told me. Well, yeah, okay. Swaru sounds a whole lot like you with reverb on your voice. I'm just saying, right? Just saying. You know, you probably get a lot farther if you... But, right, people want to be entertained, though. So, people want to be entertained. She does say some smart stuff, but when she said that the Pleiadians were sprinkling nanodust on Wuhan to stop COVID, that's when I said, full stop, she's full of shit, right? It's called chemtrails, and they are terraforming the earth because they knew that the jab was going to have fucking black goo in it and assimilate them into cybernetic organisms. And an alien didn't tell me that, right? Maybe it did. Maybe it did. Yeah. She's stuck in her alien comms. Yeah. Yeah, man. Well, Bieber sent me. Hey, Naughty Bieber. I would have to probably fight Naughty Bieber for Gosha, I think. Wouldn't I? I think I'd kick Naughty Bieber's ass, though. Just saying, right? But I think he's in love with her, too. You know, every video, it's really just a Cosmic Agency video with Naughty Bieber's like, this is absolute proof that aliens are doing this, and it's like, you just played a Cosmic Agency video. You you didn't confirm a fucking thing. You just repeated what she said. Yeah. Yeah, I love Naughty Bieber. Yeah, man. I used to love the stuff that he did. Back before he got on the alien tip, he done such great stuff, man. Great work. He called the Comet Inky thing too, so you got to give him props on that. But he said the Bible was wrong because he didn't understand it. You know what I mean? I don't like that kind of stuff, man. You know, if you don't know it, you don't know it, right? Like, and Apophis was that sign. It appeared right on time, 99942, right? I showed it. I proved to the fucking world that it was right on time to the day. But his Nostradamus prophecy of Comet Inky was also right on time to the day. So he nailed it with the Nostradamus prophecy, which that's what he's known for, right? Naughty Bieber, Nostradamus prophecies. But, he just didn't understand the biblical prophecy, and then he said the Bible was wrong. It's like, no, you're wrong, bro. You just didn't understand it, You just didn't understand it. No shame in that. We all miss sometimes. I've had a few whiffs. Plus the trend. That's right. He's not done anything for a while. He's also making the same timelines as you. Say what? Same claims as me? Huh. Well, I'm just gonna keep it real. No, Naughty never said it. Yes, he did. Go watch the video. Yes, he did. He said the Bible was wrong because he didn't know about asteroid Apophis 99942, the great sign in heaven. March 6, 2021, 1,260 days to the day. I did videos called 42 months, Apophis. I covered it up, right, left, right, down, sideways, 6 ways from Sunday, right? So he just missed the biblical prophecy. But there was also a Nostradamus prophecy that talked about Venus being occulted by the sun and Mercury's light illuminating an occult figure. And that was Comet Inky, right? And Comet Inky is part of the Taurid complex, right? And the last time Comet Inky passed with the Taurid complex, we had Tunguska, World War I, Spanish flu, Black Plague, shit like that, right? So, you are talking the same stuff, man? Well, I don't think so, but sure. What part of the Bible? It's called Revelations 12. The woman and the dragon. And another sign appeared in heaven, an enormous red dragon. Dragon means a fabulous kind of serpent. The god of chaos and darkness, the Egyptian god of chaos and darkness, Apep, or Apepi, or Apophis. He was a giant asteroid that passed on March 26, 2021 with the number 99942. 999 inverted is 666, representing the beast system. 9 in numerology means completion because it's the end, and 42 represented the final 42 months of the Great Tribulation from that day. And that was the next sign. Right? That was the next sign. Do you have the lighting scare us, Naughty? I'm not sure what you're talking about. Owl means someone dies. Well, okay, you're entitled to your opinion, but I'm just saying, you know, he whiffed on that one, but that's my opinion. And you know, the four horsemen of the apocalypse, I've nailed them all too. Keep it real. The rider on the white horse, the coronavirus, virus of the crown, right? Or the virus of the sun, son of God, the tarot card number 19, holding a bow or a toxon, the device, the mechanism, or Stephanos, which means to wreathe or twine, representing the World Health Organization or the UN, the United Nations, which the capital of the UN is New York City. That's Babylon. That's where the capital is. And it says, like a large millstone thrown into the sea with that same force, Babylon will be thrown down. That's how we know that from movies like Sudden Impact, Back of the $50 and $100 Bill, all of these things, that a tidal wave will actually hit New York City as a result of an asteroid impact. And that will probably be what triggers World War III, in my opinion. Right? We know that the Red Horse was the Abraham Accord peace treaty, right? Where literally peace between Israel and United Arab Emirates. And on the back of that coin, it showed through the sigil, the witchcraft, right? It was a promise of peace and security before sudden destruction. If one inclines towards peace, it inclines towards you, right? And it showed the jab and a heart representing the soul, and 5G and SpaceX and the Great Conjunction. It showed it all, man. And yeah, that was the Red Horse. And then that was take peace from the earth. And it means to butcher one another, which means to sacrifice. And that's when the George Floyd shit started, right? Which was, you know, sacrifice, right? It wasn't real. And then we had the Libra scales, which means to yoke into servitude through law or obligation. And that is the mandates that are rolling out right now. And then we have hyperinflation, which is starting now, right? And following that is the green horse, which means to be compliant, right? That's what the green agenda is. That's the whole green lot on Travis Scott shit, right? It's all about the beast system. Green means to go along with, right? And then the black horse is famine, pestilence, plague. We've talked about Trump, and he's one of the beasts of Revelation. He got the wound to the head and lived. And wound means a scourge or an affliction. He got COVID to the head and lived, right? He was also Cyrus, minted on a gold coin. Brought in the third temple, the abomination that causes desolation. Born on a blood moon, inaugurated on a blood moon. 70 years of Israel on a super blood moon. I mean, dude, we've been doing this for a grip, y'all. Like, and we've showed the world exactly what's going on, exactly what's happening. What sucks about it is nobody really gets to see it. You know, yeah, so many things, and you know, the truth be told, nobody else is dropping that knowledge, flat out. Nobody else is, y'all. Just us here. Just us here. And they hide us. They hide us. Could you imagine if the world knew all of this too? Could you imagine? What it would change, how people would act, be different. You know, we've showed that it's the mark of the beast, the mark on their forehead and their right hand, right? We showed that. Trace Act, HR 6666, cryptocurrency system using body activity data, World Order 2020-666A1, or AI, representing the Luciferos bioluminescence, which is Lucifer the light bearer. Right? We showed it all. Or Nostradamus, Quatrain 944, Saturn, converting from gold to iron. The same thing as the abomination that causes desolation, the iron mixed with miry clay. This is the transhumanist agenda. It is the AI agenda. Talks about the destruction coming to Geneva. Where is CERN, right? The logo, 666, built on the Temple of Apollyon, Temple of Abaddon, with the mascot, Shiva, the destroyer. And what are they doing? They're smashing the Higgs boson, God particles together. It's called soul luminescence or star in a jar. It's the same process that takes place under this prism we call a firmament and this holographic projection that we call humanity, right? Through the 7 rays of light, or the 7 archons, 7 governors. Lucifer did nothing wrong. Yeah, you're going to your local doctor? Well, hey, don't do that. Don't do that. You know, but it's here.
In the evenings, about 8 o'clock or so, there's a window, about 7:30 or so. There's about a 3-minute window where this has been showing up. You got to be quick to get it. You can't even get the app open for the video to be able to get a video of it. Just got a picture. But every night when it's very, very clear out, before the sun sets, you get about a 3-minute window here in Vermont where you can get this thing. And it almost looks like there's 3 of them.
There is. There is. There's actually 4. There's a dark star, the red and the blue Kachina. Like I said, imagine if the world knew. Anomalous king tides flood Georgia and South Carolina. 10.45 feet in Savannah, 8.51 in Charleston. More flooding, more coastal rising. Guys, I'm trying to tell you. They're preparing for a tidal wave and a tsunami. Preliminary reports of the peak high tide ranks this as the 4th highest tide and the highest non-tropical tide on record, just below record flooding set by Matthew and Irma in Hurricane 9 in 1947. Tide levels are finally receding. La Palma, main cone collapses again, releasing high quantity of lava and ash, extremely bad air quality. Each tremor can break open another flow. And this is, in my opinion, La Palma is what Carlos Ferrada was talking about, right? After a 4-9 on Sunday, part of La Palma's main cone collapsed. Allow me to translate. Oh shit! Damn. Yeah, man. See, I mean, it's all coming here, guys. And yeah, here's the woman's sound.
Is the destroyer. If you are not familiar at what the destroyer is, it is a planet used in a biblical timeline to destroy the wicked off of the earth. Believe that or not, it is our climate change. It is also our global warming. In times gone past, according to the scriptures, the same planet flew over, and it is the thing that helped part the Red Sea. It's also the thing that made the ocean disappear in the Bahamas recently. It also was the thing that rained down hard brimstone on the towns of Sodom and Gomorrah. We are now seeing the end time event on our horizon, and out of nowhere, this thing is suddenly going to show itself like a sun. And what is written is that it is going to enter in at top speed, and it is going to make a loud bang noises. The heavens will be shaken, and the earth will shake violently and keep shaking. It's not going to stop shaking. And then meteorites are going to be flung down on the enemies of the Most High God. Every meteorite sent down is arranged for a targeted sinner, believe it or not. God is sending so many warning signs right here all over the world. If you look real close, you can see the stripes in that, it is a stripe planet, and the stripes are the clouds. So this thing is coming in clouds.
Behold,
right? And basically,
it's coming on the clouds.
The children of Israel in the Exodus saw this thing flashing in the night as well, and it was a guide for the children of Israel. This fire engulfed in a cloud, which the world calls Nibiru, and which I know is planet hell, meaning when the Bible states that hell, which is this planet, will be thrown in the lake of fire, it is going into that planet. That planet is massive. It is going to take up a fifth part of the sky when it totally shows itself at the appointed time, and everybody and every knee will bend to the Most High God on that day. Repent. This is.
Yeah, I had a dream of that puppy. It took up a third of the sky, or 2/3 in my dream. I just want to point out, I don't think this is all of it right here, guys. I think this is actually, you see the stripes, is actually it behind this. This is probably that cracked ass moon in front of it. Amazing, man. Amazing.
Times through different years. Now they explain the object has grown in size, and they've got some video evidence as well of a huge glowing asteroid or a comet that believed to be as well just below the appearance of this planet.
Remember,
okay, now I've made the video
November 24th.
larger by just showing the implications of the formation just down below to this area. You will see some kind of asteroid or comet or fireball heading downwards as well. Is it because of the Planet X system? They noticed this glowing orb, and then they started to see the fireballs. If you look very carefully, you'll notice the fireball just heading down towards the lower half of this particular piece of evidence on the video. Now, if anybody else catches anything like this through the night skies by using a telescope or a camcorder, a mobile phone device, please send in the information with the particular pictures, when you catch some time, folks, it is always important. I will always be here to show your evidence and particular pieces of footage of noticing asteroids or fireballs. This information with this particular photograph video evidence something that stays there and starts to show up and then heads this way. Let me just
She takes.
Yeah, man. There's so much of this shit right now, and makes you wonder, right? UN Nuclear proudly joins RAD Responder Network, securely reporting real-time drone data. Right? Real-time drone data. Also, FEMA training preps Aberdeen for upcoming exercise. In cooperation with Catherine Cunningham in northern Mississippi, EMS Mayor Charles Scott is in the process of building an emergency preparedness cabinet for the city. In the process, city employees have completed training and will continue at the Federal Emergency Management Agency Centers for Domestic Preparedness in Anniston, Alabama. Quote, when we talked about our city's emergency preparedness, we talked about doing mass casualty exercise. I was basically told if we were going to do that, we need to get our citizens and our leaders trained. How about that? We're getting the revamped training. We're coming in the cutting edge and the best training they have. We're going to remodel it. What about that mass casualty exercise? How about this too? Michigan's National Guard Task Force 46 conducts dense urban terrain exercise in Los Angeles. See them all bloodied up, y'all? There's no better example of urban sprawl than LA. And they completely a population, variety of infrastructure, and distance makes for a uniquely challenging training environment for dense urban terrain exercises and response. Task Force 46 provides command and control for chemical, biological, radiological, and nuclear response elements. Converging on LA for DUT training for the support of the assigned U.S. Northern Command, Homeland Defense, and All Hazards mission. This joint event sees the LAPD, LA Fire Department playing host to Task Force 46, and this takes place for the week of the Fire Station 88 in Sherman Oaks, while the Riverside Fire Department welcomes the task force to the Ben Clark Training Center in Riverside for concurrent training. Includes over 170 service members, 12 Army National Guard units, 2 Army Reserve units with military police, engineering, medical, logistics, and hazmat response capabilities, while service members out in full force. The exercise is much more than a military training event. In fact, military personnel train in support of civilian authorities. This is during an actual national response incident. How about that? And there's the RAD Responder Network, and I'll show you. I think I've got an image of it actually. Oh well, fuck no, I guess we don't. And I've got the actual documents here for some of these tabletop exercises that are actually coming up. Emergency Management Institute for the virtual tabletop exercise program. E50 exercise control and simulation course. Mass Care Emergency Assistant Planning and Operations for 2021. And I'm actually going to drop this down here, and this is developing and maintaining emergency operation plans, comprehensive preparedness. This is FEMA. Boom. You got amazing pics the last few days of stargates, ships, portholes, and begins in the sky at night. Prescott, Arizona area. Wish I knew how to send them. You can send them to the Real Best Damn Podcast at gmail.com, or you can text them to 513-393-2396. That's how you can get them to me. I would love to see what you got there. It actually sounds pretty fucking cool, just to keep it real. pretty damn cool. You see the need for an integrated strategy, denial, deterrence, and relentless resilience. And this is actually a domestic fucking operation here through Northcom, the Department of Defense. I actually went and got this. The strategic threat to the homeland has entered a new era. Key adversaries, Russia and China, have deployed and continue to advance a range of capabilities to hold the homeland at risk with nuclear, conventional, and cyberspace weapons, believing it to be an effective means of offsetting Western military advantages and limiting our options in a crisis. While our adversaries seek to avoid a direct military conflict with the United States, their growing assertiveness increases the risk of miscalculation and gives rise to a threat environment more complex and dynamic than we have seen since the end of the Cold War. The homeland is no longer a sanctuary. Not since the Cold War has a nation faced the magnitude of complexity of multi-dimensional threats from state and non-state adversaries capable of striking the homeland from a great distance. Natural hazards alone have shown how inefficient processes and incompetence have impaired risk perception and eroded public trust and confidence. Armed with this knowledge, former Cold War adversaries reinvest in long-range offensive military capabilities and await the opportune moment to threaten and influence civil leaders not only by overt force but through the informational and social dynamics by the creation of conditions of distrust in the nation. As a country responds to COVID-19 and rebuilds the military for conventional threats, it must recognize that protection and resilience send an equally strong message of denial. To address the complexity of the emerging threats to the nation, a unifying national strategy is necessary. This strategy must integrate defense and security concerns, capable of deterring an adversary from attack while denying them the ability to achieve their objectives. Development of an integrated national strategy incorporating deterrence and denial could better align the defense and security roles by recognizing and resourcing structures, potentials, and opportunities. Such as an integrated approach can cause adversaries to pause when considering actions harmful to the nation. Beyond the development of an integrated strategy, considerations of resourcing, integration of resilience into the national framework, strengthening and expanding the use of the National Incident Management System, and the developing of a resilience force are but a few ideas for potential integration. Leveraging the broader elements of national power, diplomacy, information, military, economic, financial, intelligence, and law enforcement in a concerted way will further strengthen the nation's resilience. A determined and motivated adversary will find a method to strike. To protect a nation effectively, conventional military deterrence alone is inadequate. Balancing the potential limited attacks by a determined non-state aggressor against the broader capabilities of a determined state actor requires identifying the essence of a nation's security. Military deterrence may only be effective against some threats. A nation with a balanced and integrated approach to defense and security embraces the Department of Homeland Security concept of relentless resilience. And here's the relentless resilience. It recognizes absolute prevention's futility but limits the damage of attack by nefarious actors or disasters through persistent preparation, response, and rapid recovery. Relentless resilience layered with a capable deterrence may alter adversaries' strategic calculus by making attacks fruitless, denying the likelihood of achieving objectives. An effective, layered, and resilient nation will deter potential adversaries and allow leaders to resist the influence of fear. To signal relentless resilience to adversaries, the nation must continually strengthen the response to natural and human-made disasters and rebuild a community of individual preparedness and response. This resilience requires guiding principles to ensure a whole-of-a-community approach to develop concerted responses to disasters. Accordingly, senior leadership must charge their institutions to uphold the precepts of the National Incident Management System. And disaster befell the U.S. with alarming regularity. As a developed nation, the U.S. response to internal disasters follows orchestrated resource and timely processes and procedures. Let's see here. Let's see what they're going to do in the homeland here. Let's take it to that. I would like to see their civil shit. That's what interests me, because I see a lot of the civil exercises going on right now. And see their U.S. and allies during times of crisis. North Korea continued to press South Korea with missile launches. China continues to posture with an aggressive information campaign. Cyber attacks and hacking attempts continued during the height of COVID. During this unprecedented period, the U.S. has declared a national emergency, invoked the Defense Production Act, and federal disaster declaration are active in all 54 states and territories. Potential food shortages due to slow production and distribution systems caused by fear of outbreaks and rumblings of protests have created a situation rarely, if ever, seen outside of movie theaters. The DoD responded rapidly to extensive DSCA requests and mission assignments that included the deployment of the USNS Mercy and Comfort to expand hospital capacities in LA and New York. The U.S. Army Corps of Engineers constructed temporary hospitals in the most heavily impacted areas throughout the country. And the National Guard of many states fulfilled various unusual yet vital tasks to support the pandemic's response. Whereas it would be impossible to prepare thoroughly for every potential disaster, the nation must look to those that can significantly impact the American way of life. And these lessons must lead to the effective operationalized strategy to make the nation resilient before the next complex disaster occurs. And look, the nation's relearning many of the lessons during past pandemics: Spanish flu, Asian flu, Hong Kong flu pandemic, engaged in major conflicts, hot and cold wars. In conclusion, old rivalries, competition for resources. Wow. So, isn't it a shame, though, that our country's the one basically doing it to themselves? Does anybody else notice that? You know, that we're basically doing it to us? You know, nobody's paying attention to that, I guess. We're doing it. 3 asteroids to fly by Earth. Worst dust storm in Uzbekistan's recorded history. Increased gas emissions. Powerful explosive event at Karaminski. Severe flash floods in Bosnia. Guys, I mean, the planet is going apeshit right now, if you can't tell. Bright fireball over Grenada. Extremely rare November tornado, Canada. Look how fucking bright that is over southern Croatia. Wow. Look at that. Jesus, man. See if there's a video of that thing. Oh, of course not. What the hell? Right here. Let's take a look. Is that all we get, yo? Lots of small fragments at the end, though. Okay, that was terrible. That was terrible. Alright, man. Let's see what the chat's got to say. You're starting to wonder if the Spanish flu was a PSYOP too. John, can you make me a mod? I can. Are you going to abuse your power, G Reporter? I don't know which channel you're on, G Reporter. You're not on the main channel. You're on the backup. So, yeah. You're on the backup. I don't have access to that one, homeboy. Where's your wrench, by the way? What the fuck? Everybody want a wrench? Is GDO? Huh. I have no fucking clue what's going on right now. I'm just I don't know. I have no idea when I read the chat anymore. I'm just fucking lost in the sauce, y'all. Hey Jake, I already had one. I was just wondering. Alright, y'all. Anybody got any questions or comments? What's a wrench for? It's to whoop someone over the head if they act crazy in the chat. That's what it's for. Deke, not Jake. Okay, well. I was in Denver, now I'm in NC. C-19 Comet Atlas. Ironically, if you look up CERN Project Atlas, is when they're searching for extra dimensions and dark matter. That's not off topic. I talked about Atlas earlier. That's not off topic at all. Ambassador for the Killing Maddie. What? Slay the day you want a wrench too? Jesus. Okay, that's interesting. Narcotica. I just responded to Richard Dolan. What if we were nose swab to identify hybrids among us? What is GDL? I don't even know what GDL is. What does that mean? I have no idea. I see it says GDL, corrupted group that tries to influence people. I have no idea. You'd be honored to have a wrench. I have to do it when I get off of the restream, but I will though. On Tour de Luso. What's the, you guys have come out of nowhere. Let me just say this. I don't even know 90% of my chat right now. You don't need a wrench. You're sad. I'll put some wrenches on some of you guys. I just can't do it through the restream here. So that's I'm streaming like 10 places right now. They're obsessed with dish control of the world. Sounds great. I'm trying to control the world. No, I'm just playing. You're a regular viewer. Slay the day. Agents. Yeah, probably Justin. I don't care if they're Jewish. I love all people. I love them all. Planets are lined up tonight, yes. Matter of fact, here, let me show you something. Gabby actually posted a dope-ass picture in the Best Damn Podcast Facebook group of that conjunction of the planets. Where's it at here? Not there. Not there. Not there. Not there. Right here. Look at that. Look. Jupiter, Saturn, Pluto, Moon, Venus. Ain't that fucking a trip, y'all? And I've been telling you guys, this is a Greek prophecy. It's called the final conflagration, when all the planets go back to their original location. I don't know these groups, man. I don't know these groups that you're talking about. Like, I'm not... Look, I know that a lot of you guys are new, but put it this way. I don't belong to any groups. I don't belong to any religions. I don't subscribe to any political sides. Like, I am out the box, y'all. For real, for real. Like, you know, that's just how I do it. You know what I mean? I don't align myself with nothing or nobody but my heart, yo. Yeah, online to see. Yeah, man, it's really cool. It's actually really cool. Yeah, I know. I mean, I don't like a shit ton of wrenches either. I think it kind of takes away from what a mod does. You know, I give moderator wrenches to my close peeps. And, you know, not all of them even have them. You know, like, because people come in, they troll my chats and shit like that. Anyone else in Canada want to start community living? Anyone in Ohio want to start community living? That's what I need. I need some people on that, y'all. For real, for real. It seems like nobody around here are actually on that shit. Man, dude, lower class, what the fuck, man? Okay, John, can we what? Can we ta? TA? What is that? Talk. Maybe. Yes. Yes, we can talk. We may talk. Just text me. 513-393-2396 or email therealbestdampodcast@gmail.com. Yeah, nobody's like-minded, man. That's what it is. About 100 other people are saying their homes are shaking too in Phoenix. Damn, son. Yeah, man. I see, like, and we're so close to all this shit. Like, you know, it is what it is. It's gonna happen either way. But it's nice to have people that are hip, man, that just are in the know. You know what I mean? It's just nice to have somebody to fucking talk to, period, when you're into this shit, right? Like, I've never been so isolated in my life as I have the last 5-6 years doing this shit, y'all. I mean, I talk to you guys, but, you know, outside of that, for real, you know, it's incredibly hard to even just connect and relate to people, man. When you're on some whole other shit. Can we talk now? I'm in the middle of a video. What? Wait, where are you guys coming from? You guys must have some beef together or something, man. Let's not beef it up over here, okay? We're all family. We love each other here. We're a bunch of tree-hugging motherfuckers over here. Yeah, yep, no? Yeah, that's dead. I don't know you. I'm not going to just let you call in. You know what I mean? I would talk to you off air, and if you were cool, then I would let you talk on air, but I'm not, nah. You might be a Looney Tunes. You might be a Looney Tunes. Our ships are so cool. And back on topic. It's all good, man. It's all good. I probably should wrap it up anyways. For real, for real. Thank you guys so much, man. Yeah, I know, Justin. Thank you guys so much for watching. Hey, if you're in the chat, please hit that thumbs up for me. That helps with the algorithms. And after the video's over, comment, let me know. I know this wasn't just fucking mind-blowing video today. I didn't have a lot to share with you, just to keep it real. I just did a video just to bring you a video, just to keep it real. And please, 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 if you have not subscribed or followed, subscribe and follow and go to all the different little platforms. I'm posting videos, IG, TikTok. I mean, I'm everywhere, man. I'm like vapor and shit. I just everywhere. Yeah. Or smoke. Or what would be better than that? Like a bacteria. I'm on everything. Yeah. Unless you have Lysol, then I'm not there anymore. But either way, I'm on everything. So go check me out on all that shit. And you know what? I'm booming on most shit too. It's just YouTube is a fuck. You know? And Facebook sucks too. They just shadow banning the shit out of me. Hey, and donate and support. Guys, I don't know what's up with a bunch of tight asses anymore, but we need your support. I'm not a sellout. I haven't sold my soul, but I'm thinking about it because I'm broke right now. So please donate and support. PayPal, Venmo, Patreon, Cash App, Facebook Messenger. if you really love me, you will do it because you want to keep seeing this channel. I don't know what's up. Maybe it's the world. Maybe people are just fucked up in their pockets right now. But we don't get support anymore. And I don't know. I feel like a failure. I'm like, what the fuck, man? What am I doing wrong? What am I doing wrong? Where am I going sideways with all of this shit? You know? Lack of success. Right? I talk about this all the time. You know, like it's real easy to put your worth on a monetary value. You know what I mean? It really is. And it happens to me, man. It happens to everybody. You know, like, you feel like shit when you get fired from your job. You know what I mean? That kind of shit. You feel like shit when you're broke. And you feel like shit when you work 16 hours a day, 7 days a fucking week, and you don't have a penny because nobody supports. So, yeah. Banned for life. Sorry, mate. Pockets. Damn, see? Yeah, hey man, it's cool. It's cool. No, I didn't sell my channel. Boogeyman is selling his channel. I'm about to sell my shit. I'm keeping it real as fuck, yo. Like I want to do something different. I don't want to do something different. I love doing this, but guys. If it's not paying the bills, if it's not even paying for itself, man, I'm losing money. Like, I was talking to my brother, and he was just like, damn, John, you need to do something else, you know? And my friends are telling me the same, like, well, let me say friend. I don't have friends, but, like, my friend I talk to quite a bit has been telling me for the last year, like, John, you need to do something else, you know? And, I'm so emotionally attached to this shit. That's why I'm kind of like a pussy. You know what I mean? Like, I don't want to, like, let it go because I love everybody and I enjoy doing it. And I really have a passion for it. Like, I do. I care about it a lot. And I care about helping people. And I like teaching people and sharing the shit I know. And I'm not, like, bragging or anything, but I know that I know unique shit. You know what I mean? Like, I know unique shit, and not everybody is me. So I feel like, just like Naughty Bieber's awesome at what he does, or Global Witness at what he does, you know? Like, I don't know. So I enjoy doing it. I do. And I appreciate all the people that I've got to meet as a result. And I appreciate all the things I've got to do as a result. And it's hard to see something is over, I guess. You know what I'm saying? Like, when you know something is finished, it's hard to fucking... It's like that relationship you're in where you love the person, but they're just a fuck. You know what I mean? You're like, damn, you know, cheating, lying-ass motherfucker, but I love you, so I'm going to tolerate your shit for another month. Or, you know what I mean? Like, that's how I feel about my channel at the moment. You know? It's cheating on me or something. Lying. Double dealing. I'm trying to be prepared. You don't need no wrench. You love the gateway drug. You said pussy. You've been off. I've been off you for 5 months. Well, hey, man. You know, that's okay. That's okay, you know. People go off and on. It's it is what it is. Not everybody is dude, I've seen this audience turn over 10 billion times. Honestly, I've seen it turn over 10 billion fucking times. I have people that have been there since before I was on YouTube still. And then I have people not, you know. And one thing I don't like about it is because, like, I get, like, that emotional fucking attachment from the shit. It stings, man. It stings when, you know, people fucking burn me and shit. It stings when people, you know, talk about me and shit like that, and I see it. It's like, you know, I care about people, and I expect more from a lot of people, you know. When I know a person's a good person, I expect good things from them. And You know, not everybody's cut out to do this stuff, you know, for real. And I'm too open with my shit. You know what I mean? I'm too open. Yeah, it's backfired on me quite a bit over the years too, just by you know, sharing more than I probably should have, or letting more people in than I should have. But you live and you learn, right? You live and you learn. I'd like to, you know, maybe get a job in radio or something like that if I could. That'd be great. I've got a couple of ideas on some other business ventures I'm going to try. But, you know, it'd be great if I just fucking blew up and got 1 million subscribers overnight. That'd be the best, you know, and then I could just continue doing what I love. But, you know, I got 3 kids, man. 3 kids. And, got to take care of me. You say it all better than anyone you've watched. Well, that's cool, man. I appreciate that. You know, I am real. I'm a real person. I'm not a sellout. I'm not a gatekeeper. I'm not lying to you. I don't withhold information from you. Matter of fact, to my detriment. I say too much. If I was a business smart person, I'd only be very vague and save all the shit that really counted for people that paid. But I don't want to do that. Like, I feel like a piece of dog shit when I do those things. Like, I hate even charging for private content. Like, I don't have the heart for business, dude, is the point. Like, I don't. And, I don't know. You know, I want everybody to know what I know. I want everybody to be empowered. For real. I want to see everybody empowered. And I want everybody to feel like they're loved. And like they're special. And that they're unique. And that they're important. That they matter. They're accepted. You know? Because not everybody has that in their life. Not everybody does. Most people don't. You know? So I wanted to create a place where people could get that. That's why I say everybody's welcome. You know? We're not cutting out nobody for their race, their religion, their color, their sex, their sexual orientation. None of that. You know? There should be one place where just everybody can come. Because we're all people. And we don't judge them. No matter what they believe or what they think. We just, you know what I mean? And I don't see why we don't do that everywhere. But we don't. And it gives people fucked up feelings about themselves. And you know, I haven't had an easy life myself. So I feel like I've been given different challenges because I can handle them. And I feel like I attract other people like me. You know, we're like broken people, a lot of us, you know, and the world doesn't understand us, you know, and that's okay. They don't need to. They don't need to. But it's cool if you have other people that, you know, understand you a little bit. Friends, family, you know, people to look out for you, people to have your back, people to love you. We all need that, like at a base level. We do. And if I could provide that for somebody in some way, then I think I've done a good thing. And if I could teach somebody something that would help change their life, then I think I've done a good thing. And I'm just giving, this is me and this is everything I have. And I'm just pouring it out because that's what God gave me to work with. So I'm going to give it to you. And hopefully you can use it for something that'll help you. The Misfit channel, yeah. Well, it's all good. You know what? we will have a day, guys, where it'll all be worth it. We will. I believe that with my whole heart. I believe this will all be worth it one day. Like all the suffering, all the struggling, being alienated, all of it. It'll all be worth it. And you'll be glad you did it. And the fact that you do it builds your character. It makes you strong. And it gives you a moral compass that other people just don't have. Right? It gives you a heart that other people just don't have. And people see it. They don't just see it, they feel it. We glow in a different way. And it attracts that same vibe. You know? If you want a life with meaning, you want real, genuine love, real, genuine people, real meaning, real purpose, then become that yourself, and you'll exude that. People will see it, they'll feel it, they'll want to touch it, they'll want to be a part of it, they'll want to be around it. It's contagious. They're like, how the fuck does that guy know that? How the fuck is that person so nice? How the fuck is that person so happy? How the fuck is that person so loving? I want that in my life. And I promise you, just keep going, and you will attract the good things that you deserve. That you want all the honor, the glory, all of it. It will come to you. It'll come to me too. Even if it don't come in this form, it will eventually come. And I have faith in that. And I have faith in all of you that as long as you continue to believe in yourselves and continue just to try to get a little better each day, that you can overcome anything. Because there is something inside of you that is more abundant, more powerful, more beautiful than anything in this shithole world. So, thank you guys so much, man. I appreciate you all. Please hit the like. Please share this link and comment. Let me know what you think. Like I said, guys, we really do need some support right now. If you can donate and support, I would greatly appreciate it. Anybody who can. All right, guys. Thank you so much. Remember, Jesus is the truth, the way, and the life. God bless you all. I love you, and I'll see you next time. You'll have a wonderful evening. Peace.
I don't feel the same. What do they want from me? It's not the same old me that they want. I can't keep giving me for no cause. Everywhere I go and everyone I know, everywhere I go, everyone I know, everywhere I go, war. Everywhere I go and everyone I know, everywhere I go, everyone I know, and everywhere I go, war. War. the same